Well, judging by the price action in energy markets yesterday, this did come as a bit of a surprise to markets, even though they had originally penciled in April 1st to start putting back barrels to the market. Why the decision now?
Well, I mean, look, the reason why it comes as a surprise is that over the last few years, you've seen OPEC Plus kind of kick this can down the road whenever you're in a market that is quite bearish. The IEA says that there's going to be an excess of 450,000 barrels a day in the oil market. So adding barrels would put more downward pressure on prices, and that's not something that would benefit producers like Saudi Arabia and others. Now, there could be a political element to this. Bloomberg reported overnight that the Trump administration had been putting pressure on OPEC Plus and Saudi Arabia to increase production. It's not much of a secret. Last month, Trump had said openly that he called on OPEC to reduce the price of oil. And this is the playbook that Trump used in his first term more than 4 years ago when he was pushing the same thing. He would push OPEC to kind of do his bidding, and it worked to certain degrees. Now, the reason why Trump wants this is he wants lower oil prices at home. Of course, that doesn't help American oil producers, but it does help American consumers at the pump, pushes down gasoline prices, and that's something that it's sort of a present that Trump has been wanting to push to consumers there.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of notes come through in reaction to it. Citi are saying that they expect Brent to drop to $60 to $65 over the next 6 to 12 months. Goldman have just put out a note saying they see downside risk to their own forecast of 78 to 83 Brent. So what is the likelihood that OPEC Plus can succeed at putting these extra barrels back to the market without causing the price of oil to drop significantly from where it's trading right now?
You know, it's not a lot that they can do per se. I think you have to look at, again, what Trump does and what Trump does maybe with Iran, for example. He's been putting a lot of pressure on Iran, and there are sanctions and measures to tighten Iranian exports as sort of a way for Trump to put more pressure on that country. If Iran is forced to reduce their output, that does provide a little bit more wiggle room for OPEC to kind of increase output from other countries. Likewise, what happens with Russia? Are they able to increase output? Are they able to increase output and sell their oil above the price cap that was implemented during the Biden administration? How does that affect prices and where things are in the market? And then likewise, there are things outside of OPEC's control. What do U.S. shale drillers do? What happens in Brazil? What happens elsewhere that could also affect the amount of supply coming into the market?